Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, December 18th. Long time no talk. It's been over a month since I last talked to you guys on here. I've several times thought about firing this up, but I hadn't. But I just want to come on, say hello, wish all of you happy holidays, and talk to you briefly about what I have been up to in the world of reality TV. What is going on? I wish I had an exact list, but I'll just try to go through my head and tell you bits and pieces. So, first we'll cover the Big Brother stuff. I don't have any news on Big Brother 25 since we last talked. The house guests, for the most part, are settling in. We're seeing them online. If you want to find them, you can find them out there. Some of them are interacting with each other. Some of them aren't. But all in all, it's been fine in my world. My world is a very small world. I don't pay a whole lot of attention. What we do know is that new show that we talked about, Big Brother Reindeer games, we're halfway through it right now. I will not spoil it other than to say I will tell you the first evicted. So if you don't want to hear who was first evicted, which was last week, on Monday, a week ago, don't listen in. But I don't think most of you, if you haven't watched it yet, really care. And do you really care who's first evicted? So let me think about who's playing, first of all. The players were, if I go in chronological order by when they played, Danielle from Big Brother 3. Now, I won't try to do it in chronological order because it'll get all messed up. Let me think. Danielle, Frankie, Brittany. So those three that were on the thing before. Cameron from this past season. Xavier, winner from a couple seasons ago. Cody, All-Star winner. Nicole Franzel. Who else am I going to miss? Let me think. Josh, Big Brother 17 winner, 18 winner, whichever one it was. Is that it? I can't remember if there's anybody else. There was 9 people in all. If I missed somebody, you'll know, and you'll yell at me and tell me. But either way, that's a spattering of who it was. I mean, the longest, furthest, oldest back player was Danielle from Big Brother 3, and then there was a huge jump up to like Brittany, and so there's a big, huge gap as far as far old time players. There weren't many old time players, but it's been all right. It's been okay. It's been a little bit long. It's been surprisingly though watchable as long as you can fast forward through it. The premise is kind of they start with 9 people. They have like an in-house game. They don't live in the house, by the way. They would come. This is all pre-recorded also. They came into the house like in the morning, and then at the end of the day, one of them would be eliminated, kind of a thing. They probably did one day of filming for every day that we see, maybe a little bit more, because they were supposed to take place in less than 2 weeks. But I think it took more than a week. But there's only 6 episodes, so maybe they did 2 episodes over the course of a couple of days, an episode over the course of a couple of days, but it's presented as if it's 1 day per episode. They would do this in-house competition where they just ran around the house. They've done 3 so far. They run around the house, they figure things out, they guess clues, and one of them wins a power to name someone. They make the naughty and nice thing, where they give someone a naughty thing, which is a penalty in the next competition, and they get something good. Okay? In the next competition, or maybe the final competition. I can't remember if it was which. It varies. The rules are very variable and difficult, and every competition is different, so it's not been all the same every episode. I mean, again, we've already had 3 episodes. The second competition kind of gives immunity to some people, or did. And it depends on whether it's a group or whether it's individual. But it ends up that the losers of the winners of the second competition kind of win head of household power, okay, and they can determine kind of who's at risk to go home. So in the very first episode, they did a They did a head-to-head competition. The two people were put head-to-head, and one of them got eliminated. In the second competition, it was a three-way competition between three people. And in the last competition, it was kind of a chain, a safety chain thing, where the first person, one person was safe. The second person, maybe they got to even go. I don't remember. But the point was, the last one was kind of interesting, where the first person to go had 4.5 minutes to complete a competition or complete a puzzle. The next person had 3.5 minutes. The next person had 2.5 minutes, and so on until somebody didn't manage to complete it, and that person was eliminated. That's how they did this one. So it was a little bit different, whereas you either wanted to be picked early or you didn't want to be picked at all to play, right? And it was the person who competed last got to pick the next person to compete. All right. So those are the way the three things worked. And it's been okay. The first one was okay. It was all right. It was all new, and it was 2 hours long. The second one, got a little bit long. It was not 90 minutes. The third one was kind of long too. However, it had a very traumatic ending. And then again, should be no spoilers, and most of you who haven't watched it aren't going to watch it. And most of you that have watched it already know. Anyways, it was good to watch. I enjoyed it. I mean, it is okay. Some people are like, this is great, I could watch this. It's like, there's no live feeds. We don't know what's really going on. There's lots of chunks of stories that we're not catching. Brittany and Nicole worked out their differences. They had differences after Nicole was on All Stars because Brittany said some things, and I can't even remember all the drama because it was outside. I just don't care that much. But I know that Brittany and Nicole had some drama after Nicole got out of the house and like not speaking to each other kind of thing, and they were thrown together here, and they apparently worked it all out in the Big Brother bathroom, but we really didn't see it other than to say, you hurt my feelings, yeah, I'm sorry, okay, we're better. That was all there was. Whereas if we had live feeds, we probably would have seen a lot of that discussion as they worked things out. So we're missing chunks. We don't know what's going on. We don't know all the real alliances. These are all also they were all fairly iconic house guests, even though iconic might be an overstatement. They might annoy people in the no end. They were really annoying to some people, and other people really loved them. But they were definitely, a lot of them were very polarizing house guests. And so that's making it enjoyable to watch because you're vested in the people. I don't know if they could do this every year unless they brought back some of the same people. They're going to run out of the favorite house guests, I would think. These house guests have been through the ringer. They've been through the ropes. They've been through it all. They know how to act in the house. They know how to be dramatic. They know how to give good diary rooms. They've got all the ingredients of what makes the show okay. And again, plus they're mature. They've been around longer. Josh is not near as annoying, even though he keeps saying meatballs. He said snowballs occasionally. It's all, I'm enjoying it, but I can't, I don't know. It's kind of like, okay, I'll watch it, but it's partly because I know all of these house guests, right? So anyways, that is Big Brother, Reindeer Games. As far as evictees, just because I was told ahead of time who was the first evictee, and it turned out it was right. You know what? I won't even spoil it. I won't even tell you who the first evictee was. I was told who it was. I spoiled it like 2 hours before the show. People yelled at me because it's not it's not an online feed. It's not live feed. So other people, some people know, but nobody's talking about it. And so I did spoil it for some people. I was also told, eventually, I in theory know who first, second, and third is. And I haven't even shared that online. I haven't tweeted that. But I was told at the same time, I was told who was first out. I was pretty much told the top three. And now I've been told who's first, who's second, who's third. I will not spoil that on this podcast because, first of all, I've not been given permission. I'm not even tweeting that I know that, but I'll share it with you guys here because not a ton of people listen to it here. But I do know who the top three are, assuming that my source is correct, and I have no reason to doubt my source. So I'll have thoughts after Reindeer Games, unless I'm given the go-ahead to spoil the top three. I will not be spoiling the top three. But if I am, I'll definitely have thoughts, right? Yeah. So there you go. that's what's going on in the Big Brother Reindeer games. It's worth checking out, kind of, if you're interested. It is what it is. It's got some good quality parts. It does have some emotional highs up and down. Again, it's a show that's been pre-recorded and edited for drama, and that's what happens when you do that. It's a better show. It's a more put together show. Putting together the Big Brother show during a regular season is a tough job, and so. Anyways, they know who wins right now, so they can edit it in such a manner, right? That's what I always say about Survivor. All right, so that's Big Brother Reindeer games. Other shows that I have watched Big Brother UK. It has come and gone. I watched that all the way through. That was good. I enjoyed it. I recommend it. And then also, and I'll get to this in a second because you're saying, well, how can I watch it? Just let me get to it. Also, Big Brother Australia has finished, come and gone. I watched that. That was okay. I'm still really annoyed that they ended it in the same way that they ended the previous few recent seasons, where they basically pre-recorded. It was recorded early this year, like in January, February, and so they knew the winner. The winner was determined. And what's interesting is that I've talked about it before, but they record three outcomes. They record all three people winning because the public votes. So the public voted on the winner. They just announced it. They just played the winning tape on the show. In other words, they recorded all three people possibly winning with all their reactions, and then they threw two of them away and they played the one that was accurate. So the winners celebrated much earlier this year, but they didn't know they actually won until the public voted just recently. All right, so that is the Big Brother Australia. How can you watch these shows, you say? Well, there's one more show. There's also the Traitors. The Traitors is coming out with a U.S. version in January, as well as a U.K. version, Season 2. Season 2 of both U.K. and U.S. is coming out in January. U.S. will be on Peacock. U.K., I will maybe help you watch it. We'll see. A lot of it shows up on Daily Motion, by the way, for the other seasons. Daily Motions is kind of a YouTube's place that you can go. So you should check it out. If you go to dailymotion.com, and you can go there and you can find a lot of TV shows sometimes. They sometimes get taken down, but sometimes they're also there. So just so you know. I have posted a couple of posts on BigBrotherGossip.com. If you go to BigBrotherGossip.com and check it out, you'll find a couple of posts about Big Brother UK and about the Traitors. The most recent post I did was about Big Brother UK. If you scroll and you read carefully, you will find links, and in those links you will find a post I have done where I have linked to every episode of Big Brother UK, as well as the after show called Late and Live. I also have links to that. So I haven't checked it lately, but as far as I know, they all still work. So you can watch all of Big Brother UK, as well as the after shows, which really the biggest, most important after show is the very last one, because it is a reunion show to watch. So if you want to check that out, if you have something to watch, you can do that at BigBrotherGossip.com. Traitors. They've done an Australian season since most recently season 2, and they did a Canada season 1. Australian season 2 was okay, and then they turned around and canceled Australian Traitors. So there's only going to be 2 seasons of that unless another channel picks it up. And then Traitors Canada was the first season of Canada. Watched that, and actually I liked it. It was, maybe because it's most recently, but I would say it was one of the better ones. It was in my top ones because I liked the host. She did a really good job. Who's a well-known Canadian actress. I don't know her, but she was fun to watch. She did a good job playing the part. And they added a twist towards the end of the season, which kind of changed things up a little bit and made it a little bit more less predictable. And so that's worth checking out. So, anyways, that is also up on my site, right? And as far as Big Brother Australia goes, that's the place I've talked about, South Hemi video. I don't remember, southhemi.net or southhemi.tv. I can't remember the site, but I've talked about it before. And if somebody really needs it, tweet at me or email me, and I will help you get to it. I think I also actually may have put links on my site. But that has all of the Australia Big Brother episodes on it, so you can watch it that way. All right, so what else to talk about? Anything else real quick while I'm doing this little quickie one this morning? I'm watching lots of other TV. I don't want to bore you with that. Oh, The Villains, or whatever it's called. The Villains? It's called Villains? I don't remember. I think it's called The Villains. I don't know if it's called The Villains something else, but it's a reality show on, I think it's on the E! Network, Entertainment Network, or whatever. It's got former reality TV stars, including Omarosa and Johnny Fairplay and Johnny Bananas. Is he a Johnny as well? Anyways, they're all on it. It's about 7 or 8 of them, and they do an elimination. It is very tongue-in-cheek. Joel McHale hosts. It is over the top, again, very tongue-in-cheek, and I've enjoyed the heck out of it, right? It doesn't take itself too seriously. Joel McHale makes total fun of it. I think the players a lot of them were acting over the top, but I also think some of them were dead on serious and just so annoyingly self-important that it's fun to watch things not go their way and them to get upset and throw fits and all kinds of stuff. And there is definitely a lot of that. And the show, again, does not take itself too seriously. It's fun. Check it out. I don't have any special way to watch that one other than it's, just look for it. But it's worth checking out. Anything else? I haven't watched Survivor since Brandon got voted out. Oh, Squid Games. Did we talk about Squid Games? The Squid Games reality show. I watched that. That was okay. The finale was kind of That's the thing. The finale was But my friend Dash from Sequester Days, who played in my very first Sequester along with Brandon from Survivor, he was on Squid Games and was fun to watch. I'm not going to spoil Squid Games at all for anyone. That's on Netflix. You should check that out if you're interested in that kind of stuff. If not, I'm not going to force it down your throat. But it was fun to watch. I enjoyed watching Dash play. And anything else to tell you about? I don't think so right now because I'm literally pulling into work. So it was good to check in. I hope you're all having a good holiday. I hope everyone's doing well, or holiday time. And I will talk to you guys sometime soon. I'll do another one of these sometime soon, all right? Be well, everybody. Thanks again for all of your support. And be well and stay warm or stay cool if you're in a hot place, right? Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.